lady used to teach them masail, fiqh, the wajib and the haram. She was teaching them this group of 10, 12, whatever students. And they used to go there every day. One day I decided to just play some songs, some music, and just divert them away. One by one they would come to me and sit with me, and that elderly lady, the lady who was teaching that madrasa, she eventually had no students. She had to close the madrasa. She closed the madrasa. Guess what? Iblis lit up. When Iblis lights up, it's fire. Atish Jahannam. He lit up. He says, wow. He didn't say mashallah. He said, masha shaitan. He says, excellent. Stand up. You are the guest of honor today. You are the big, you did the best. The other shayateen are looking at Iblis and say, Baba, made these guys do haram. Gunai kabira, major sins, ismi azam. And you're talking about this guy who shut down a madrasa. He just took a group of kids from their Sunday school, from their religious school. He says, don't you understand? Somebody drank alcohol. Somebody bought a lottery ticket. Somebody removed her hijab. Somebody did this haram. They took drugs. They did whatever. They missed their salat. One day, they may reflect. They may do tadabbur. And they may do istighfar, genuine istighfar, forgiveness. And Allah is Ghafurur Rahim. Allah is merciful. Even Fir'aun was offered the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, so many opportunities. He says Allah will forgive them. But if somebody doesn't go to madrasa, if somebody doesn't know what is wajib, what is obligatory on them, what is forbidden on them, if they don't know, they will commit wrong and never do istighfar because they won't know that they've done something wrong. They did not know that, they did not think about that they've done something wrong. He says that is the biggest shaitanic work that you have done. So when somebody doesn't know, they are in the worst category because they have no chance of asking for istighfar. When we know our obligations and our responsibilities to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then at least one day we will ask for forgiveness. One day we will think, what have I done? What did I do? And so this is an opportunity. So I will open it up. I know that this is Q&A time. It's not just for me to be talking. So now this is your forum. I have requested our dear Sheikh as well as Sayyid to help me out, inshallah. Remember one thing, you can ask the questions, but we may not have the answer. I may not have the answers. And this reminded me of one of my teachers telling me a very beautiful story. There was a prime minister of the king. The prime minister of the king was, let the ladies have some fun. They will not have fun with me, don't worry. The prime minister of the king was very well-to-do. He was very well paid by the king, and he was given a lot of importance. One day an elderly lady goes to him and pulls his abba and asks him a question. And he replies, Auntie, I don't have the answer to that. I don't know the answer. She goes, how can that be? You are the prime minister of the king. You are being paid by the king. You are paid well by the king. How can you not know the answer of this little old lady? So the prime minister replies, he says, Madam, the king is paying me for what I know. If he was paying me for what I don't know, I'd be rich. So keep that in mind. Khair. Sayyid, you are the moderator. Please, I turn it over to you.
All right. So, inshallah, we have a microphone on the ladies' side as well. Thank you, Ali. Thank you very much. We have a microphone on the ladies' side as well, and on the men's side, Yusuf has it as well. So you can either you can ask the questions, you can raise your hands, and the microphone will be passed to you. If you would wish to write your question, you would not want to verbalize it or be, that can also be arranged, inshallah. We can pass you papers and pen, and then you can write your questions down, and you can ask your questions. So I believe the sisters have a question.
Yeah, we have a question.
Please.
Okay, can I have the question, please?
Okay. If a parent yells at his child to do something good, and the child doesn't want to do it, so they yell back, are they allowed to do that because the parents yelled at them first?
Can you please just repeat that question? We didn't quite hear it clearly. Thank you.
If a parent yells at his child to do something good, and the child doesn't want to do it, so they yell back at them, are they allowed to do that because the parent yelled at the child first?
Oh, okay. One thing to keep in mind. Thank you, my dear sisters. This is the most honored moment that I've had. I can hear silence there. First and foremost, to do a good deed a parent should not be yelling. That's the first step. Having said that, when you define good deed, is it a wajibat? Is it a mustahabat? Is the child baligh? Is the child not baligh? Is it something that is going to hurt them? Is it something that is going to help them? There's a lot of variables. I will try to summarize it to the best of my ability. I will then ask Sheikh if he wants to add anything to that. First of all, yelling defeats the purpose of wanting to do a good deed. You're with me? So if a parent, for example, tells their child, go pray namaz, go do your salah. Well, there's a different way of saying that. Let's pray salah together if I haven't prayed. Or if I've already prayed, it won't hurt me to pray another salah. Some of the habits of our ulama that they've done their salat or their whole life salat twice or 3 times in some cases. Pray again isn't okay. Okay, I don't want to pray again. I'm telling my child, it's going to get qadha. Please pray on time. Please pray. Again, it has to be done without yelling and shouting. The minute you start yelling and shouting, it creates a cycle. And it is very difficult to break that cycle. Believe me, I know. My children are here. They'll tell you. Okay? It's a cycle that is very difficult to break. Coming to the child, your other question, dear sister, dear daughter. The other side is, can the child yell back because the parent is yelling? Well, it's difficult to say this, but even if a parent is yelling, the child also has to be careful because the Quran again makes it very clear. فَلَا تَقُلْ لَهُمَا أُفٍّ وَلَا تَنْحَرْهُمَا وَقُلْ لَهُمَا قَوْلًا كَرِيمًا. Speak to them a generous word softly and don't say oof to them. So there's a lot of things that as a parent you have to be careful of that a child has to have certain obligations to. If I was to get into parental responsibilities and rights, we'll be taking a lot of time. So I'm just trying to answer the question to the best of my ability. If Sheikh wants to add anything to that, I will request him to do so.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaykum assalam. Sisters, can you please give Sheikh Naeem the same respect and ihtaram that you gave me? Thank you so much.
Sallu ala Muhammadin wa ali.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin.
Jazakallah khair.
Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatan min lisani yafqahu qawli. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin.
Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
Now with the question with should the child yell at the parents? First, we have to understand something when it comes to, especially when it comes to the right of treaties by Imam Sajidin alayhi salam. He has in this book, it's a very short read, which I recommend actually everyone to read, from the youngest to the oldest. Everyone, if anyone wants to pick up a book, this is the book to read. Why? Because it tells you the rights of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the rights of your tongue, the rights of, to the point, it tells you to the right of your child. So the child has a right on the parents, and also the parent has a right on the child. Now, when we are speaking about breeding or raising our children, they become a mirror for us. They become our reflection. So if we tend to yell at our children, when they grow up, they'll do the same thing. So for example, if I yelled at my child or treat them in a harsh way, they'll have a learned behavior. So 2-3 years of their life, I'm treating them this way. So now when they start school, what age do they usually start school? 5, 6, right? So imagine 5 to 6 years of their lives, I'm yelling at them. Now it becomes a learned behavior. What's that learned behavior that I've taught my child is that whenever you want something and you don't get it, you have to throw a temper tantrum. You have to yell in order for you to get what you want. Because this is me as a parent. This is what I'm teaching my child, is that if you want something, you have to yell, you have to get mad, and then this is how you're going to get what you want. So that's why sometimes we tell our kids, or we ask our kids, why are you so difficult? But we have forgotten that we, the parent, taught them to be that difficult. Why? It's because we were strict and we were yelling at them during that time. Now here, it doesn't say that, you know what, there's the Sheikh, our respected Sheikh, has spoken about shayateens. You know? Now, all due respect with all the kids, and I work with kids, and I'm telling you, there are some kids out there, I'd rather deal with the shaitan than deal with this kid.
I'm one of them.
There's this one, the one person in which actually he has his brother's name saved, not has his name. He puts his name as shaitan. So I'm like, who is this? Like, it's my brother. So back to the point. It's how we raise our child and how we talk to them. So if we want to be respectful, we want them to be respectful, we should treat them with respect. And this is how we build a relationship between us and our kids. It's not fear. It's not, for example, I'm the parent, I say so, that's why it happens. No, this is not the right way of parenting. The proper way of parenting is explaining to the child what is right and what is wrong and allowing them to choose. Us as parents, we're just there to guide them. Now, if they yell at us, we should be what? Put it like this. My house is on fire. If my house is on fire, am I going to use water to put it out or am I going to use fire to put it out? Water. Thank you. So we see here, so if I yell, the child is going to yell, so I'm adding fire. More fire. And also in psychology, they tell us sometimes the child is stressed or the child is mad because the parent is mad. And sometimes we have these mirror neurons. They tend to mirror whatever we see or whatever the child sees. So there's mirror neurons in our brains. Whatever, if the child is being yelled at, they'll be like, okay, you know what? This is a norm. This is what I have to act, and this is how I have to act. And then they'll mirror exactly what the parent is doing. I hope that answered the question. I'm sorry if I took long.
Jazakallah. Just to clarify, Sheikh is a school teacher, so he is dealing with students and children on an ongoing basis. Jazakallah, Sheikh. Thank you so much. Appreciate your input.
If there are any questions on the brother's side as well? Yeah, all right, sorry. You can pass them. Sorry, thank you very much, Adi.
Just before Brother Muzaffar's question, Hussein, I announced him as the moderator, but I know you're also one of the...
No, he's
okay,
here.
so... No, I know, that's why I know. Sorry, Muzaffar, bye.
So my question is based on the story that you said about the shayateens. To what extent can a shaitan influence human behavior? And we hear stories of people being possessed. Is there any truth in it? And how does that happen?
We have the camera on. Please go ahead.
The whole subject and topic of the shayateen and the shaitan is very interesting. أَلَمْ أَحَدْ إِلَيْكُمْ يَا بَنِي آدَمَ أَلَّا تَعْبُدُوا الشَّيْطَانَ إِنَّهُ لَكُمْ عَدُوٌّ مُبِينٌ. Did I not tell you, O children of Adam, don't follow shaitan? إِنَّهُ لَكُمْ عَدُوٌّ مُبِينٌ وَأَنِ اعْبُدُونِي and to obey me. Here, it's a very interesting discussion, and like I said, I'm going to try my best to keep the answers concise, but at the same time as comprehensive as possible, because we don't want to unnecessarily take time, and at the same time, we need to answer the question. The shaitan himself, because we often think that we're going to use this as an excuse. Ya Allah, shaitan made me do it. Ya Allah, shaitan made me do it. On the day of Qiyamah, shaitan has a very good lawyer. I wanted to be a lawyer once when I was younger. Before I got into this field, I wanted to be a lawyer. And one of my teachers, he said, well done, Shafiq, well done. When the first lawyer was born, shaitan says, now I am sahib awlad, I am a father. I hope there's no lawyers here because you're going to walk out on me. What that means is shaitan is going to have his defense attorney. Ya Allah, he had 124,000 prophets, 12 imams came, thousands of maraja were there, millions of ulama were there. He didn't listen to any of them, he only listened to me. Shaitan has got he's off the hook. Which means that sometimes the shaitan is within us as Sheikh mentioned, what we have built and developed in ourselves. And if you look at the lives of people like Ayatollah Bahjat or any of the Urafa or the ulama who have been able to control or suppress their desires and their lusts and their dunyavi or worldly wishes. Because remember, not only evil desires, but sometimes when we control our permissible desires, we get even higher than what we are at now. Maha Ramadan, the holy month of Ramadan, what are we told to prevent ourselves from? During those daylight hours, we don't eat food, which is a halal item. We can't drink water, which is a halal item. Yani to suppress our halal desires for a major cause is what is the ultimate goal of the believer. So when we talk about that, this is how we need to make sure that we have the power and the ability to fight those evils within us. Coming to the second part of your question about the possessiveness, if there was no power of the shayateen or the jinnat, Surah Falaq and Surah Jinn would not be there. That means that there is, but the highest power and authority belongs to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَلَا حَوْلَ وَلَا قُوَّةَ إِلَّا بِاللَّهِ الْعَلِيِّ الْعَظِيمِ. The highest power, the greatest power and authority is with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So this is what would be the thing. So yeah, there is a possibility. There are du'as that can be recited. One of the most effective, and I'll tell this to anybody, it's an open secret. If you feel you or somebody you know or somebody near or dear to you has got something that is not really them, you recite the 4 Qul surahs in that order, Kafirun, Ahad, Falak and Nas. Do it for 40 days. Inshallah, consecutively, without fail, approximately the same time, you will see miraculous results. Inshallah, bi'idhnillah, without any doubt. I will ask Sheikh to add something if he wishes, please.
Go with the point that everyone will blame the shaitan. Now, I'm not trying to be his lawyer here. But he's actually going to be his own lawyer, because in court you can defend yourself, right? In the Quran, it basically, I'm going to summarize the meaning of it. It said that people will say that the shaitan made me do it. What would the shaitan respond? Like, it was just a mere suggestion. You're the one that did the action, right? So for example, it's easy for us to say, okay, who killed Imam Hussein? Was it Yazid, or was it Shimon? Who did the act of the killing? Can we say Yazid did it? No, we can't say it. We can't give him that so-called credits, right? Shimon did it, right? So now when he goes on the day of judgment and he says, oh, the shaitan made me do it. Shaitan's like, you wish. No, it was a mere suggestion. You followed it. I didn't tell you to follow it. I just told you, you can do this. I didn't tell you can. Shaitan, the thing is with the shaitan, he knows the existence of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He knows that it's wajib to obey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But what was his promise? Is that his promise was, I am going to lead the son of Adam, all of them to hell. This was his promise. Right? Why? Because he's jealous. And sometimes, right, misery loves what? Company. Shaitan is miserable. He wants company in Jahannam with him. So, if we want to keep him, if we want to give him company, then by all means, the seats are saved for us. But if we want to keep Rasulullah and his Ahlul Bayt company, also the seats there are reserved for us. It is our choice which gathering we want to be a part of.
So, thank you very much, Sheikh. We'll ask the sisters, inshallah, if you have a question, we can go forward with that. So on the sisters' side, inshallah, if you have a question, we have the time for at least three, 4 questions, inshallah.
3 more, please.
3 questions. Yes, sister.
Yeah, go ahead.
Are Muslim dating apps okay to use to try and find a partner?
I want to thank the dear sister for her bravery. It's not an easy question to ask. It's not an easy question to answer. Should I pass it on to the Sheikh? Get out of this one. Keeping in mind one thing, very rarely do you find something inherently haram or inherently wajib. Keep that in mind. A knife is there. If I use the knife to hurt Sayyid Sajid, it's not a good idea. If I use the knife to cut my steak, it's almost wajib. So everything has to be seen in perspective, dear sister. Based on the ulama's readings that I've had in many conversations, because these are all issues, and one of the things that I really do appreciate, and I'm surprised that the boys haven't been brave enough, but maybe they will, inshallah. They'll open up as soon as Sayyid Taha melts them up a bit, inshallah, is that we need to also address contemporary issues, what's happening in the world today. I will just share one thing before I answer the question, and Sheikh and I have gone through many questions, discussions, whereby we have found out that almost 30%, if not more, of our youths are leaning towards or actually atheistic. When I heard this, I almost put my head in the ground and I wished Allah had taken me away. Believe me, I'm not joking with you. So we are living in an era where we have to address things that just one generation before would not have been dreamt of. If with your permission, Sayyid, I just wanted to share a very light, humorous story, if that's okay. Some of you might feel offended. I'm apologizing in advance. I remember when I was younger, in my late teenage years, I went to Papa. He's right here, you can ask him. I said, Papa, how would you feel if I brought a girl home one day? Because, we were always used to, our mothers look for the girls for us. We don't marry who we want to marry. Our parents look for our wives for us. And for the wives, the husband, same thing, right? I just wanted to see the area. And my dad just looked at me as if he saw a ghost. My mom almost had tears in her eyes. Hi, kya ho gaya? What happened? She's there. You can ask her. And I'm thinking today, if Miqdad comes to me and says, Dad, if I brought a girl home, I would say, Allahu Akbar, at least he's not gay. Okay? So we are living in an era where we have to address things that we never had to worry about once upon a time. So coming back to the sister's question, if your idea and intention is to look for a husband, or for the boys to look for a spouse, to look for a wife, sorry, I should have been clarified. See, I'm in that same category. Astaghfirullah Rabbi. And that is your intention, and you are not able to find somebody. Some people have said to me, we are living in Kitchener-Waterloo, Cambridge, Guelph. We are a small community. There's not so many boys. There's not so many girls. We don't have contacts outside. We have to go on a site that will be a dating site or something that will be a matrimonial site. Of course, there are exceptions to what our elders or others may feel. So based on that, my answer is not a yes or a no or this or that. It's depending on how the usage is and what the intention for that is. Okay? So I think that will be the best. Again, Sheikh, please feel free to add to that. And say it. I don't want to, please. If there is something that you feel that maybe I didn't cover, by all means.
Exactly. With this one, it's a very sensitive and touchy topic. So I'm going to try my best to keep it clean as possible. But yes, there are some sites out there. But also, if any sisters, forgive me, Sheikh, for putting you on the spot, but if there's any sisters or any brothers out there, we have to understand there are ulamas out there who know people who approach them daily, and I'm telling you, daily, I'm speaking from experience, daily, I want someone to marry. Find me someone good to marry. Daily, it's a daily thing. Like if it doesn't happen, it's not a normal day. It's something weird. It's just like how you have to breathe. If you don't breathe, you die. So this is a daily occurrence that happens every time. Either someone is divorced, they're looking for a good husband, they're looking for a good mate, or someone is newly married, wants to get married newly, they come to the Sheikh. And also the Sheikh and the Mulanas, they deal with divorces. So they know who's single out there, who's looking. And sometimes even the fathers comes to the Mulanas and be like, listen, I'm looking for someone good for my daughter, someone from a good family. So with these dating sites, I'm not going to say it's halal, nor am I going to say it's haram, because it's not my spot to say that. But we have to put it like this. Again, we're going to bring the shaitan. When the shaitan comes to us, he doesn't come to us and say, you know what, go commit zina. No, he starts by, you know what, just message him, or just like one picture. That's all it takes, just like one picture, okay? You like one picture, okay, what happens? It gives the other opposite gender self-esteem. What are they going to do? They're going to post another picture, right? So it's like a dopamine effect. So now they want it, right? They want it. They're addicted to the like. Now that like is like, okay, now comment on one of the pictures. Just say, MashaAllah, right? Sound religious. Say, MashaAllah. That MashaAllah is going to turn to, how are you? That how are you is like, oh, by the way, what school do you go to? What classes do you do? What studies do you do? So eventually it's going to lead up, oh, you know what? Send me your number. Here's my number. If you have any religious questions, message me. Now it turned from something halal to something haram. Why? Because you see, gradually, shaitan won't just like, here's liquor, drink it. He's going to tell you, obviously you're not going to drink it, but he's going to lead you to it. And that's how he tricks people into his traps. And that's why, me personally, I won't go into any of the dating apps, nor would I suggest anyone to go into dating apps, because it leads to haram. And any relationship, most of the relationships that I've seen that start in a haram, end in a haram.
Sahih. Sister, a brilliant explanation by the Sheikh. I just made a quick note as well. When I was talking actually to the office of a number of Maraji, including Ayat al-Sistani, keep in mind one of the usul that we have, one of the principles we have, is that whatever happens or you can do or you cannot do in front of each other is the same that applies behind the internet parda or internet curtain or the internet hijab. Whatever you would say, do or not do in person are the same mahram, ghayr mahram that apply on the internet. People have created fake IDs, you know that. You can create an email address. I can become, Husna Ahmada as much as I can be Shafiq Hudda. And you guys all know that. You guys are much more technologically inclined than I am. As Sheikh mentioned, very beautiful, and I just felt compelled to respond to this. I was once at a Catholic school, and they were asking me, what is your concept of the devil, of shaitan, of Satan? I said, what is your concept? They said, yeah, this ugly thing with horns and a tail and fire and bad breath and all that. That's their concept of Satan, of shaitan. Thank you so much. Okay. Salam. Thank you, Mr. President. That is their concept. I says, our idea of shaitan is very different. It's 180 degrees different. So what do you mean? He says, shaitan is very beautiful. He comes in the form of a beautiful woman to us, to the men. He comes in the form of a very handsome man to a lady. He's not going to come ugly. If he comes ugly, you're going to say, A'udhu billahi minash shaitan rajim anyways. He'll be attractive. He'll be very pleasing to the eye. That you'll say, wow, mashallah. And there's a shaitan in everybody's car. I'm not talking about your spouse or your child. You know what that shaitan is? Sheikh, you're going to get me beaten up. Just because your wife is not here. I'll tell you, everybody's car has an iblis in it. And it's not a person. It's called the rear view mirror. You're driving. Those of you who don't have licenses, keep your ears closed, please. You're driving. MashaAllah. And you look behind. You see, the first glance, Allah will forgive you. The second look, ilayk. It is upon you. Yani you are accountable and punishable for it. So if you see her once, all right, fine. Somebody once asked me, Sheikh, I never got the answer to this. He says, the first glance is okay, the second look is haram, right? If you keep looking at her the first time, is it okay? I said,
If I don't blink, is it okay?
so shaitan comes to us in very attractive forms. And that's how he takes us to Jahannam. Okay? I'm sorry, my dear sister, I took a lot of time on that answer, but there was a lot of things that came out of that had to be answered. So forgive me, Mr. Moderator, my dear brother Sayyid. So I will let you carry on with the next question, please.
Inshallah. So we'll take one last question, inshallah, if that's okay, before the...
Absolutely, yeah.
So from the boys, if there's a question on the men's side as well, if...
Akbar. Thank you, Akbar. So, shukr. Jazakallah khair. Assalam. Hafiz.
The boys are shouting. The boys have questions, I know.
So any questions from the men's side?
Abu Ali.
Abu Ali, you have a question? Okay.
Oh, I thought you had your hand up. Sorry. Afwan. Oh, Khudafis. Thank you.
Then maybe we can take a question from the sister's side, inshallah. We'll take one question from the sister's side, inshallah.
MashaAllah, we had a number of non-Shias today as well in the Majma, so that's why.
Oh, inshallah.
Alhamdulillah.
Yes, sister. Yes, sister, you can go ahead and ask your question.
Sorry. Are tattoos haram or halal?
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. What it is that the actual, there's two kinds of tattoos. One are those temporary things that you just put or stick on your body, and the others are the actual tattoos that go under the skin. They have a very similar aspect as henna to an extent, whereby they're actually just color it or they go under your skin. If you're asking whether it's halal or haram, it all depends on what the tattoo is. If you're using or if you put the names of Allah or Rasulullah or any of the Anbiya or any of the awliya, and you're going to the toilet or you're going to the bathroom or you're in a state of janaba or najasat, obviously that is not allowed, okay? As far as general tattoos are concerned, there's nothing that I have found in my research over the decades that would say that they're haram, except that you have to be careful that they're not something that would disrespect any aspect of Islam, or that they have put a coating on top of your skin which would then nullify your ghusl or your wudu, depending on where it is. So this is one of those questions whereby it's not a haram or a halal direct question. It all depends on what it is, how it is, what has been happening, whether it is disrespectful to not only Islam but to any religion or any faith tradition. Sheikh, I'll ask your help for this one, inshallah.
I've gotten a lot of questions about this, and the easy way to answer it is it's best for whoever wants to get tattoos to refer back to the jurist and to see their rulings regarding tattoos, because some of them might differ with tattoos. But again, I'm just going to say what Sayyid Sistani says. According to Sayyid Sistani, he says as long as the ink goes underneath the skin, then you're fine because the water it can go through.
See.
And the ghusl. But he also states that the tattoo itself has to have meaning. So if the tattoo itself does not have meaning to it, then the person cannot get the tattoo. So for example, if I was just to get a picture of a fish or something, I don't know, butterfly or whatever it is, this has no meaning. There's no point of me getting this butterfly. But if someone was to get, for example, the safe of Imam Ali, alayhi salam, or yes, or that. Yes. So here that person has to be in tahara at all times. The moment the wudu becomes batil, the person has to do wudu. Why? Because again, according to Sayyid Sistani, in most marajas, they say that touching, we have to have wudu, if we touch the names of the Ma'sumin alayhimus salam, or the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So this is where we see that, and that's why I say we should go back to the jurists that we follow regarding tattoos. Thank you.
Yeah, we have a brother. Inshallah, we'll take this one question. Yeah.
So the question is, they say that Muslims or people who believe in Ahlul Bayt will not touch hellfire, or even if they do, they will come back to Jannah. How true is that? And what?
MashaAllah, this is another discussion that we've had. For the benefit of our sisters, in case if you missed it, Brother Mudaffar is asking if somebody who's a lover of Ahlul Bayt, even if they're in Jahannam, eventually, ultimately, they will come into Jannah. And based on, yes, on Rasulullah, as well as the mehr of Hazrat Fatima Zahra salamullahi alayha, that was one of the things that has been promised of us. There is Shaheed Daste Ghaib in his book Greater Sins, Gunahan Kabira, mentions a very beautiful thing that is an eye-opener. We know that inshallah we'll get the shafaat of the Ahlul Bayt on Yawm al-Qiyamah. We will get eventually, as you mentioned, go into paradise eventually inshallah. But keep in mind the duration of the adhab or the punishment or the separation from Jannah to where we are is something that is very, very difficult to bear and very serious. Just as an example, we are told based on the hadith of the Ma'sumin alayhimus salam, if you miss one salah, one namaz is qadha. You've not recited. You've made one salat qadha intentionally. That one salat qadha is 80 years in the fire of Jahannam. The fire of Jahannam is 70 times hotter than any fire that you have in this dunya. I'm not talking about somebody who's namaz, who's tariq salah. I'm talking about somebody who's making a salat qaza. So we know that inshallah with the love of Ahlul Bayt, with the shafaat of Ahlul Bayt, we will eventually go into paradise. But the journey is a very difficult journey. So you must remember that. So the hope at the end of the tunnel, the light at the end of the tunnel is there. But that tunnel is one hell of a tunnel. Literally, no pun intended. I hope that answers the question. That was actually an excellent question, because we just in the days of Maher Ramadan, well, my daughters were asking me about that. Well, how is the journey? What will happen? Will we know each other? One of the other questions that my daughter had asked me is that, for example, if one of my children might be in Jahannam or one of my cousins might be in Jahannam, what will happen? Will I be able to bring them to Jannah or not? Well, first of all, I may not have any memory of that person who is in Jannah, because there's going to be no suffering in Jannah. There's no hardships or hurt in Jannah. In paradise, it's going to be all pleasure. So if you're thinking about somebody who's in your family who is in Jahannam, then obviously that'll be uncomfortable. That will not happen. So you will have no memory of that person. On the day of Qiyamah, up until those stages, you may be able to do their shafaat depending on the level of their sin. But as I said, otherwise you will have no recollection of them, inshallah. Again, I will ask Sheikh to add to that, please. Thank you for that question.
The women have just one more question, if we can ask, please.
Okay, just before that, Sheikh Naeem will inshallah address something, and then we'll come to your question.
Yes, please do ask the question, sister, after.
Actually, we had a discussion in Windsor regarding certain things. And this question came up. And I remember one of the answers was from one of the scholars there. He said that Sayyidah Fatima Zahra alayhi salam
Salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
will stand near Jahannam, and the Shi'as, basically her Shi'as that ended up in Jahannam, she will pull them out one by one. Through her shafa'ah. Also, when someone just relies on their shafa'ah, the Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam, meaning saying, you know what, I'm not going to pray, I'm Shia, I'm guaranteed heaven. And this I've committed a bigger sin. What's the biggest sin I've committed? I became that person that said, I am God. Why? Because I said, look, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will have mercy on me. I can sin all I want. And then Imam Ali alayhi salam will save me. Imam Ali alayhi salam disowns himself from two people. He says, two people are perish in this world. These two people are those who attested or those who gave Imam Ali alayhi salam a quality that only belongs to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. These people will perish. Yes. The second people that will perish are those who usurp the rights of Amir al-Mu'mineen. So now if I say the Ahlul Bayt or the Prophets or Imam Ali alayhi salam will save me because I'm Shia, no, I fall under one of these two categories. Sallallahu ala Muhammadin wa alihi.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali. So, inshallah, I'll give a chance to my sister, just so that we, in the interest of time, I understand I have my youngsters as well. If we can start with the first activity, and while she's taking the question, if that's okay, inshallah.
Absolutely.
Yes,
Sayyid,
go ahead.
before you, I have just received a message that Sayyid Muhammad Rizvi, the Toronto Jaffrey's Community Center, and all of them have announced Saturday as Eid al-Fitr Day. Tomorrow is the 30th of Holy Ramadan. Based on all of the confirmed sightings, nothing was authentic for our area. And so Sayyid Rizvi, as well as all the other communities under his authority, Hamilton, Masumin, Brampton, Mississauga, and all of them, Saturday will be the day of Eid. Tomorrow is the 30th of Holy Ramadan, inshallah. And our respected Sheikh Naeem Al-Amri will be conducting Salatul Jummah tomorrow and Salatul Eid on Saturday at 9 and 11:30, inshallah. Salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali. So inshallah, we'll take your question, sister. While for my youngsters, my other young brothers and sisters, I can give you some work to do while the sister asks her question. So just to let you know, we have funds and games kind of listed, mainly due to our dear brother over there, Brother Hussein Walji, honorary member of Hudda family now. So what we've done is we'll have Team Zahra, meaning all the sisters, inshallah, and Team Ali, Muhammad salli ala Muhammad, on the brother's side. We have a microphone on the sister's side. I will ask you to have one representative. And on the male side, I will ask one of the young brothers to take a representative. And they will be the ones that their answers will be considered as the final answers. So while my sister is asking a question, I would all ask the others to inshallah join on Kahoot. And on Kahoot, if you can join in. So all the Team Zahra, all the girls, if you can join in Team Fire, and all the boys, if you can join Team Ocean. All right. So just make sure all girls join Team Fire, and all boys mention Team Ocean. There's nothing with the names, and unfortunately, they're uneditable. All right. So that's the only reason. So the red team or Team Fire, as over here, is the girls, and the blue team are for the boys. Now, inshallah, while the brothers and sisters are connecting, if I can request a sister to ask a question.
So our question is, let's say you have clothing that has blood on it, but when you wash those clothes, it seems clean, but as soon as it dries, you see the blood on it still. Is that considered najis, or is it okay to wear that article of clothing?
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Once you've washed it, the remnants are considered as tahir. They are not considered as najis. Your salat is okay with that. Sometimes you will find that not only with blood, sometimes even with other najasat, sometimes the remnants of the stain remains, but you have washed it. As long as you have washed it in the normal taharat method, that remnant or the discoloration, according to all of the maraja that I have read and studied, it is considered as tahir, and your salat and your clothing is considered as tahir, as pak, as clean, inshallah. Allahu alam. Thank you for that question, inshallah. Thank you for all the questions. Jazakumullah khair. I want to sincerely appreciate and thank all my youngsters, my elders who stayed behind and who, inshallah, had lots of fun with the session.
Alhamdulillah.
May Allah bless you. And also the young boys and girls who are here.
We
I'm
have
especially-
one more question. I'm so sorry.
No need to apologize,
Go
inshallah,
ahead.
as long as the
Jazakallah.
moderators.
We have people joining in, so they can go ahead. Just a
Okay.
reminder, please, if you're a girl, don't join the boys' team to actually lose points. Just be honest. It's the last night of Ramadan, Al-Kareem, inshallah.
Please
So,
be honest.
Inshallah. So yes, go ahead, sister, please.
The question is, when a baby is born, is a woman able to recite the adhan in that baby's ear, or is it only a male that is allowed to recite it?
MashaAllah.
So the question, repeating it, is that the sister asked, inshallah, if you can correct me, when a baby is born, is it only a male that can recite the adhan and the iqamah, or can a female also do that?
MashaAllah. Again, a question that 2 generations ago would have never been asked, but may Allah bless the sister. The adhan and the iqamah in the right and the left ears respectively can be recited by anything as long as the recitation is, inshallah, as correct as possible. There is no gender requirement for that. May Allah bless you for the question, inshallah. MashaAllah, I'm assuming that you are all told that it's only men who recited the azan and the iqamah. But yes, you can do it, my dear mothers, my daughters, and my sisters. May Allah bless you all. Salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Make that. Oops.
So I think for some, you're not able to choose a team, all right? But just to check over here, if you have already chosen a team, even if you're not on your devices, we'll just stick to it. I just want to make sure. So everyone on the red team is a girl, hopefully, right? If you aren't, we can remove you from there just to make sure. You can always help each other, right? So the red team, is the Kahoot name a girl?
We can't see the camera's broken. We can't really see the screen.
Oh, you cannot see the screen. Okay.
No.
See the code.
Okay,
Yeah.
we'll zoom in on the code. So it's 4610099. There might be a limit. That's the reason why you might have been bumped to another team. So in case you're not being able to join in, just want to make sure they're all boys on the blue team and girls are on the red team. If you're not able to join it, you can tell your answers in person over here to each other, and then your team can. Okay, so just to confirm, Asghar 9, are you a boy or a girl? Or LEM? Because we'll have to remove them. It's not that. It's unfortunately they're just getting bumped into it.
It's a good question to ask.
Okay, if you think this, we could do one thing. Instead of... But we would want at least 3 or 4. So what we'll do is, I'll ask Hussein. Memo, is that a boy's name or a girl's name? So we'll just remove the boys from here, if that's okay. Yeah? Yes. Sorry? Yeah, sure, I can do that. So Hussein, so we'll leave Madiha, we'll leave Winter in the girls' side. We'll leave Fatima, we'll leave Sister Zahra, we'll girls' rule, I think that's... So probably no boys in this. And we'll just remove girls. And is Winter Origin a girl or a boy? Origin. The left one, if you can remove the Winter from the left, yeah. And Hadi from the left. And I think we're good now, right? So it's only girls. FNM are a boy or a girl? I think that's a girl. Okay, Fatima is also a girl. So one more boy, just if I can ask. Okay, that's it, perfect. So if you can start the game now.
Ready?
Yeah. Oh, Musabbiha. So if you're not able to make it in the Kahoot, that's fine. Yeah, you go ahead, start. You can help each other, right? So now it's the fastest answer and the correct answer. All these questions are on the Holy Quran. The month is the Rabi of Quran. Let's see if you can answer these questions. Help each other, right? The fastest. Yes, you can. So what is the meaning of the word Quran? Superficial, political, that which is read, or spiritual? That which is red. So tell your partner, so those in the boys, so you can help each other. Good, that's good. So, Iqra. Good. So next, so alhamdulillah, most of the people got it right. So on the top right. Yeah. Good? Yeah. So Team Ocean, the boys actually were highest on that. Okay, the next question now. Where was the Quran revealed first? In Taif, in the cave of Hira, in Egypt, in Medina. You need to answer fast, all right? Fast and correct. In Toronto. So where was the Quran revealed first? In the cave of Hira, in Egypt, in Taif, and Medina. Yes. Huh? So alhamdulillah, everyone gave it right. In this case, oh, they're still close. So blue team is in the lead, the boys. The next question. On which night was the Quran first revealed? On the night of Sha'ban, on the night of Isra, on the night of the moon, or Laylatul Qadr, in the month of Ramadan? Again, it's vague or ambiguous as mentioned in the Inna Anzalnahu, as the Sheikh had mentioned in his lecture, but we have a number of traditions as mentioned that talk about how the Quran was revealed. So, it's Laylatul Qadr, right? So the next question, we have the blue team still in the lead, but the sisters team is still catching up. Next question, who revealed the Quran? The messenger, the angels, the apostle, or Allah revealed the Quran? So you need to do it quickly, right? And fast. So there are 30 or so questions. You'll have more chance to catch up. So maybe all the sisters can sit together. We're answering all the brothers who sit together. We'll see team building. Oh, wow. So who revealed the Quran? We had a balance between angels and Allah. It was Allah who revealed the Quran. Yeah, so next question. Through whom was the Quran revealed? Okay. Was it through Angel Jibreel, through Shaitan, through other books, or through people of Makkah? So through whom was the Quran revealed? So alhamdulillah, everyone shows Jibreel alayhi salam. So getting close, next question. To whom was the Quran revealed? So who was the Quran revealed upon? The Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam, Prophet Musa, Prophet Yusuf, or our Prophet, the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa alayhi. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad. So on whom was the Quran revealed? Again, so there's some brothers or sisters who haven't answered. So yes, it was Prophet Muhammad. So next. So boys, it's still in the lead. Next question. What was the age of the Prophet when Quran was first revealed to him? 40, 30 years, 20 years, 25 years. So what was the age of the Prophet when the Quran was revealed upon him? So if you say it too loudly, you're also helping the other team.
Say the wrong answer loudly.
There's still two brothers or sisters who haven't answered it, so that's what's holding them back. So still Team Blue in the lead. The next question, where was the first revelation? Which location? In Syria, in Medina, in Mecca, in Taif?
In Syria. It's in Syria. In Syria. In Syria. In Syria. Yeah, girls, Syria, please. Japan. It's Syria. We all know the answer. Click Syria.
So everyone, alhamdulillah. Oh, someone actually clicked Syria.
Yay, I did it.
So the next question, how long did the Prophet receive the revelation of Quran in Mecca? So how long did the Prophet receive the revelation in Mecca? 15 years, 13 years, 10 years, 23 years. A quick hint. The Prophet's life was 63 years, 40 years when the first revelation happened, and the Prophet passed away in 11 Hijrah. So do the math. So the answer is 13 years, right? Oh, the girls actually got points on this. So the next. How long did the Prophet receive revelation in Medina now? So I already answered that question. So Prophet received the first revelation when he was 40, 10 years in Medina, and we just mentioned his age. Or 13 years in Medina, Mecca, and... So 10, 15, 12, or 23? So the answer was 10 years. All right? So 10 years was the right answer. So next question. How many years did it take to complete the revelation of the Quran? So now you already answered both questions. It's just a sum of it. So 23, 24, 20, or 19? So alhamdulillah, everyone got it right. 23 years. So the next question. What are the other names of the Quran according to the Quran itself mentioned in the Quran? The book of knowledge, the book of revelation, Al-Furqan, Al-Kitab, Al-Dhikr, Al-Nur, Al-Huda, or the book of wisdom. So what does the Quran refer to itself? Al-Furqan, the one that divides. Al-Kitab, the book, or the one that can be written. So everyone, alhamdulillah. Next question. From which surah the first verses of the Quran were revealed? Surah Rahman, Surah Al-Ikhlas, Surah Al-Ghashiyah, or Surah Al-Alaq? So the Sheikh just recited the first verse of it. So Surah Al-Ikhlas, Surah Rahman, Surah Al-Alaq, or Surah Al-Ghashiyah? Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Iqra bismi rabbika alladhi خلق الإنسان من علق. Alright, so alhamdulillah, they both got points for that. Next question. Which is the longest surah in the Quran? Elephant, Fatiha, Mulk, Nisa. So alhamdulillah, everyone got that right. Next. Yeah, the boys. Which is the smallest chapter in Quran? Surah Nas, Surah Al-Kawthar, Surah Al-Falaq, or Surah Al-Ikhlas? They're playing silently.
She's not just getting the right answer, it's getting the right answer fast.
So there's one person who hasn't been answering. That's been pulling the teams. I'm not sure which team it is on. Or actually, everyone answered. Someone answered Nas. Or okay. It's getting close. Okay. The next question. Which chapter is to be read compulsory in each rak'ah or in the first two rak'ah of salat? In the first two rak'ah of each salat, which surah needs to be recited? Surah Al-Falaq, Surah Al-Ikhlas, Surah Al-Fatiha, or Surah Al-Nas? Surah Al-Fatiha. Someone said Surah Al-Ikhlas. Yes, it's recommended. It's recommended to recite Surah Al-Ikhlas. The Quran. Who was the only woman whose personal name is found in the Quran? Asma, Ruqayya, Khatija, or Maryam? There's a surah. So, has Lady Maryam alayha salam is the name, a personal name that is found in the Quran. Next question. Yeah. Yeah, they're on fire. How many Makki surahs are there in the Quran? 88, 84, 80, 86. How many surahs Makki, meaning they were revealed in Makkah? So, hint, 13 years in Makkah and 10 years in Medina. That can be a good hint or a bad hint. So, 86 chapters, 86. So, still, how many Madani surahs? Oh no, the girls, the boys. The blue team is the boys. Yeah, they're winning, yeah. How many Madani surahs? So 86 and a total surahs, you know the total surahs, minus 86. 26, 30, 28, 32.
Hey ladies, tell us. You do it.
So 28 chapters.
You're gonna lose.
The next surah.
15,000.
Question. How many manzils are there in the Quran? 6, 4, 4. Oh, there's 4 fours. Okay. Or 7. So I'll give you a hint when there are 5 seconds remaining. A manzil is a place in the Quran if you want to finish the Quran in a particular period of time in a week. So you'll recite 1 manzil a day. Sorry to prolong that answer. So next, yes, a week. So how many para or juz are there in the Quran? 32, 28, 29, 30. The Quran is equally divided into parts or juz, ajza.
50. 28.
I think you can skip the time. Like if 12 people answer it.
Just connect by itself.
Okay. So 30 juz. The next question. How many surahs are there in the Quran? 112, 114, 110, 108. So 114. Yeah. Yeah, skip it. I think there's someone. Yeah. So 114. The next question. Which chapter of the Holy Quran has the name Allah in every verse? Surah Al-Rahman, Surah Al-Fatiha, Surah Al-Mujadila, or Surah Al-Baqarah? Which surah has in each verse the name Allah in it? It is the verse, it is the surah that starts from one of the Sabbih surahs. Yusabbihu lillahi. So one of those surahs.
Why are you giving answers?
They don't. Surah Al-Mujadila. Surah Al-Mujadila. Next question. In which chapter do you find the first verse about sajda? Not the wajib sajda, but the first sajda to appear in the Quran. Which surah? Surah Al-Baqarah, Surah Al-A'la, Surah Araf, or Surah Yasin? Surah Al-A'raf, Surah Yasin, Surah Al-Baqarah. About such, yeah, my part. So Surah Al-A'raf, all right, is the surah that talks or mentions about the surah. There's a, one second, there's a girl in the Quran. Sakina. No, so. Yeah, that's, no. Team Ocean is the boys, but there are 2 girls in the.
That's fine, that's for us.
Okay, but they're still winning. Yeah.
They were trying to.
Which category of creature does the Quran put Iblis into? Angel, plant, human, or jinn? Iblis is what type of creature? So jinn, all right? The next question. The Quran repeatedly warns of a certain day. Which day is it? The day of revelation, Friday, first day of creation, or the day of judgment? Monday.
TGIF.
Yawm
Someone's head is blocking the screen.
Excuse me, someone's head is blocking the screen.
Oh, sorry. Okay. So the next question. What is the scale or measure of one's dignity according to the Quran? In the eyes of Allah, these are the people that are most akram. Honesty, truth, generosity, or piety. Akramakumullahu inda. Sorry, my apologies. Yes. Atqakum. So what is near to Allah, or those, there's no difference between men and women, but what is clear or hold dear to Allah is the taqwa, the piety. Next question. So less than 10 questions. Which surah does not start with Bismillah? Surah Al-Imran, Surah Qiyamah, Surah Tawbah, or Surah Yasin? Surah Tawbah does not have a Bismillah or start with Bismillah in it. Because they already answered it, right? So everyone except one person answered it correctly. So they're getting close. The girls and the boys are getting close. In which surah of the Quran Bismillah is repeated twice? So which surah had Bismillah twice in it? One has Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, Surah Tawbah, Surah Nisa, Surah Namal, or Surah Baqarah. So, again, these are many other games. This is just the first one to get you started up. So the boys are still winning. The girls. In which part of the Quran do you find Ayatul Kursi? Which surah? Surah Al-Baqarah, Surah Qiyamah, Surah Al-Mulk, or Surah Nur? Skip. Just this is the 6 questions remaining. So let's just, yeah. So next. So girls are getting close and boys next. 6 questions remaining. How many different names of Allah are mentioned in the Quran? 99, 98, 90, 89, or 100? We're talking about Quran, right? In the Quran. لك الأسماء الحسنى والأمثال العليا. In the Quran, the names of Allah that are mentioned. So 99, all right? 5 questions remaining, boys and girls. We're getting close. What does the Quran say about property and wealth? They are success for people, they are needs of people, they are happiness for people, or they are tests for one's faith. I'll give you a hint. Quran says they are fitna. But there will be opportunities. You're still winning. There will be opportunities to get more, inshallah. Unfortunately, we don't have a system to remove them midst the game. Oh, you can actually remove them, actually. Can you click on the name Sakina? On the, no. On the, the last name, yeah. Yeah? Okay. That good? Yeah. No. Winter's here. Next question.
Now if you lose, then you're
According to the Quran, who is Khatamun Nabiyyin? The seal or the last of the prophets? Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Prophet Ibrahim, Prophet Adam, and Prophet Musa. So I think we can skip now. Just skip it. Next. Okay, the next 3 questions remaining. Where in the Quran has a prophet been named as Ahmad? Surah Nur, Surah Mulk, Surah Saf, or Surah Baqarah? Hint, it's only once. It's in the latter 1/3. Yeah, latter 1/3. I didn't say it's based on number of surahs or based off juz. So Surah Saf is the answer. So boys were able to get that. Next. 3 questions remaining. Name the prophet whose name is mentioned and discussed most in the Quran. Prophet Isa, Prophet Musa, Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam, or Prophet Yunus? Prophet Isa, Prophet Musa, Prophet Ibrahim, or Prophet Yunus? So now we will start with the word jumble.
The word jumble? Oh,
So you'll count them down. So Prophet Musa alayhi salam is the prophet that has been mentioned the most in the Quran. So the next question, 2 more questions remaining, brothers and sisters. In the Quran, there's a mention of a prophet who has been called by his mother's name. Who was he? Prophet Yunus, Prophet Jesus, Prophet Musa, Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam. Yeah, my apologies. No, that was just completely me. Apologies for that. So the answer is right there as well. He's known as Isa ibn Maryam alayhi salam, right?
People get it wrong, no, it's problem.
That means there's someone joined the wrong team. Oh, someone did. Okay. And the last question for today's Kahoot. Which was the agreement that was titled Fathum Mubin without fighting a battle? Treaty of Syria, Treaty of Taif, Treaty of Egypt, or Treaty of Hudaybiyah? Inna fatahna laka fatham mubina. So it was the Treaty of Hudaybiyah that was known as the Fatham Mubin. So as a result, we have no one on the third podium. And the second was Team Fire. The girls came second. And the boys were the first. Allahumma salli ala. Yeah, no, it's good. So if you can take this. Now, everyone listen, this is the first game. We still have a number of games. What I want for the next game, inshallah, we'll do a word jumble. We'll show each of you a set of words connected to Canada. And you need to guess the right word. But the one thing, just to be clear, you, from both boys and girls, need to nominate one person who will answer the question. If any other person answers the question, or gives an incorrect answer, or the person gives an incorrect answer, it's a loss for the entire team. Does that make sense? Absolutely. You can discuss, but only one person will say the answer on the microphone. 10 seconds. We'll give you 10 seconds, all right? You don't need your smartphones for this. So just one over there. Yeah, just one here, and we'll use one for the scoreboard. So we're recording scores in this game. If I can ask one of the sisters if you can come to the curtain, please. We have a whiteboard for you and markers for the following game, inshallah. Again, sisters, please listen carefully, and boys as well. We have a microphone on the boys' side, right? And the girls' side. Boys, you can use this microphone over here, right up front. Just to give you, here, this one. All right? So nominate one person on the boys' side. Who is it? Okay, Abdullah will be the one. He will give the final answer. You have 10 seconds to answer the question, okay? The same thing with the girls' side. Do you have someone to represent you? Unfortunately, my wife can't help you because she knows the answers. No, it's still Ramadan, inshallah. So. So again, everyone listened the instructions? You'll get 10 seconds. So Brother Hussein will tally the score for all the rounds. The first round, you got 50 points for the boys. All right, just for Kahoot. Okay, so they have 50 points from Kahoot. And the girls have 30 points. Brother Hussein is keeping score for all, inshallah. Okay? So the first team to start with jumble words. Team Zahra, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. We'll show you a number of words. It's your turn. The boys, you cannot answer it. If you do answer it, it'll help them, okay? But don't shout out wrong answers, just in good spirit so they get confused, right? So don't do that. So it's all connected to Canada, okay? This is the girls' turn. You'll have 10 seconds for each one. Guess this. This is the first one for you.
Saskatchewan.
Oh, wow. Okay. So you got 5 points for that. Are you ready for your next one?
Good luck.
Girls, it's girls' chance. No, girls.
Calgary.
So, boys will have their turn in the end round, and this is the girls. They'll do it, and then the boys. So, you got 5 points for that as well. Okay? Are you ready for the next one?
Yes.
10, 9, 8,
Regina?
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Niagara.
Okay, Niagara, yes. And the last one, now it's the boys' turn. Are you guys ready? So girls, don't answer the question now. It's boys' turn. Are you ready? So they answered 3 questions right now. Okay? So they got 15 in this, right? Boys, you ready? This is your first one. 10.
Edmonton.
Okay, nice. All right. The next one. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
Algonquin.
Good. And the last one for you boys. Are you ready? Ready? 10, 9.
Manitoba.
Good. So everyone got it. Now, I'm going to give you a bonus question, okay? The one who answers it first on the microphone. And I want the elders to be the judge. So there's no buzzer or nothing. It's not a specific to one team. It's a general question. The first who answers it. Ready? Girls, are you ready?
Yes.
Boys? If one side gets it wrong, then they lose the point. But the other team doesn't get passed on. So it's just minus, right? In the sense, Hussein, for a question that they get wrong, you get minus. Just so. So girls and boys, just to let you know, don't spit out wrong answers or else you'll lose marks for that, okay? So are you ready for this bonus one? Are you all ready? I can't hear you. Yes. Okay. Go. 10, 9, 8.
Shafiq.
What?
Shafiq.
Yes, that's our Sheikh Shafiq. So someone from the boys actually did. All right.
This doesn't have to do with Canada.
He is Canadian. Okay, you have one more chance, boys and girls. Are you guys ready?
Salim.
Yes, Sheikh Salim. So the boys answered that as well. So the boys took it for this round. He was born in North Canada. Yes, so both are Canadian, right? They're both. All right, so this was a wrap for this jumbled words. Now, what we'll do is, just to make you kind of work in a team, we'll give you a word search now. So we don't need to see the screen. We'll give you a hard copy, as long as, and some pens, yes. And so we have 5 papers each side, but we just need 1 completed. It depends on how you distribute it. The reason we have 5 is so you don't all get jumbled on 1 paper, okay? So I'll ask Brother Hussein, if on the ladies' side, not to give it until I say go, all right? So if you can trust someone who does not start right away. You've given the papers there?
Yeah, not yet.
Okay.
Can you announce the score? Yeah, one second.
Yeah, so we'll give you the score shortly. So sister can come to the door, but please don't show it to the girls yet. When we say go, then you show it to the girls. The same thing Brother Hussein will do over here. We just need 1 of them filled. They're all the same. So you can either distribute it amongst you, a part of it, or you can do it all in 1 paper. But we need 1 paper. Once you're done on the microphone, you said that you're ready, okay? So don't start yet. Don't start, sisters. So the score is... We'll count the score once we've started the game, yeah? 45 for the girls, 75 for the boys. But we have 20 points for this if you win this. So, again, it can make a big difference.
No pressure, no pressure.
So, Hussein, can you give that?
Yes.
With pencils, right? So, 1,
Wait.
1. That's the word. Don't start yet. Don't start yet, please. We just need 1 of them to be filled. They're all the same. We gave you 5 just to spread it out. Don't turn it on yet. You can give it to each other, but don't turn it over. So, we're ready. 1, 2, 3, go! The first one who does it, you say, Ya Ali or Ya Zahra, your team's name, and then inshallah we'll stop it over there. So the reason why we gave you 5 is that you get spread it out. Either spread it, 1 team finds the first row. So on the boys' side, they've made about 4 teams. I don't know how it's on the girls' side. There's some candy or chocolate here if you like. You sure? Would you like some chocolates or candy?
We're done.
Oh, the girls are done. We need a proof. If one of the sisters can inshallah pass it on to the boys' side. So the girls said that they found everything in it.
We're done.
Okay. So the
Okay,
girls
we're
are
coming.
done. Boys, you can keep doing it. We'll make sure that their claim meets. So if you can come to the boys' side.
We're coming now.
Okay. So Brother Hussein is the referee.
Say something. Hi.
So Brother Hussein is checking. He's checked about
Hi.
15 words. We're just waiting on his decision. So the girls have won this game. So they have been awarded 20 points. So there are 65. Yes. But we told you we just need one page. You can distribute it. The reason we gave 5 pages, so you can distribute 3, 3, 3 or something like that. So, so the girls are 65 now, yeah, and the boys are 75. Okay, so we're still close here, 65 and 75. Now I'll ask you to hold the microphone back again. So the team leaders, Brother Abdullah on this side and on the sisters, please hold your microphones in your hand. So Sheikhna, I need your help over here. Okay. Oh. So the next game, I'll explain it to you. There's a personality, again, on the sister side, all right? And the brother side. Listen to the instructions for the next game. And I'll need your help, Sheikhna, all right? Whether you're comfortable sitting or... So it's kasoti, but with Islamic personalities. And 10 questions. Guess who? So the questions, so there's a personality. I'll inshallah pass you another microphone. Okay.
No, I'll be okay without mic.
Okay. Okay, I'll answer the question with you, inshallah. So let me explain the game to you. So there'll be a personality that we have taught. You'll only have 10 questions to ask. Those questions cannot be what, where, rather only yes or no questions. Is it a male? Yes or no? If you say, is it a male? And the Sheikh said yes, and you said, is it a female? And he says, no, that's counted as 2 questions, right? So be careful. Don't be smart. Yeah, exactly. Okay. So the first team is Team Ali.
Oh, okay.
You can only ask 10 questions. All right? Ahmed, you're the one team leader? Inshallah. Ahmed, right? Okay. So 10 questions. Only the questions that come through him will be answered by you, Sheikhna. Okay?
But they can discuss, you can discuss as a group. It could be Islamic, it could be
So again, you don't have to stick to the same team leader, girls. Just make sure whoever has the microphone is the team leader. That's the only answers we will listen. Right now, it's only the brothers' turn, so don't ask questions. Let them ask their 10 questions. If you don't guess the personality after the 10th question, then you lose it, right? This particular round. Are you guys ready? Only yes and no questions. Each personality is 10 points. You'll get 2 each, alternating. So are you guys ready? Go. 10 questions. So just to help you, okay? It's an Islamic personality. That's why, because it's 10 questions, Islamic personality. Okay, yeah, go ahead. Ask your question, but that'll be counted.
Is it a boy?
Yes.
Okay, one question.
Is he part of the Ahl Bayt?
Yes.
2 questions. So let me clarify. If you hadn't,
Is he born before Imam Ja'far al-Sadiq?
Cannot answer.
no, he wasn't.
Cannot answer.
So the boys actually guessed it in 3 questions. Imam Sadiq alayhi salatu wassalam.
Is Imam Ja'far al-Sadiq?
Okay, good. So the boys get 10 points. Now, girls. No. They have a microphone. No. They'll ask questions. He'll answer them. Oh, yeah. So now, girls. It was Imam Sadiq alayhi salam that the boys had guessed. Girls, your questions.
Is this person a female?
Please repeat.
Is this person a female?
Age 18 and up, you said?
No, a female. Is it a girl?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Are they part of the Ahl al-Kisa?
Yes.
Is it Bibi Fatima Zahra alayhi salam?
No.
That's 3 questions.
Was she a part of Karbala?
Just a clarification, your previous one was Ahlul Kitab or Ahlul Kisa?
Ahl al-Kisa.
My sincere apologies, there was an error on my understanding, my hearing. No, I will give you
No,
one
not a
extra
part-
question to ask.
Okay, not part of the Ahl
So
al-Kisa.
2 questions, right?
You'll get one because it was my error, so forgive me.
That's okay.
2 questions. So they didn't go to the third
They're
one.
not part of the Ahl al-Kitab. It is a woman. Were they part of Karbala?
No.
3 questions.
Ahl
No, but they have 10. Like you answered, you could have answered any question, asked any question. So
Is
you had-
it Bibi Maryam?
Yes. Well done.
How? Okay.
You guys are all good. These were things I would not have guessed. Mashallah.
Okay, next
One
question.
salawat upon Muhammad and Ali Muhammad. Allah.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad. Lady Maryam bint Imran alayhi salam. The next for boys. Oh, sorry. So this is the boys' turn now. Where's the bread? Oh, okay.
This one's here. Say it. This one's here.
Oh, you told him?
Okay, girls, you can start. Boys, you can start with your questions.
Is it a prophet?
No.
One question.
It's an Islamic personality.
Is it one of the 12 imams?
No.
2 questions.
Is it a male?
No.
3 questions.
Why were you?
That was should have been the first question, right? Okay, 3 questions, boys. You need to ask your questions.
Is he from the Ahlul Bayt?
Extended Ahlul Bayt.
4 questions. 4 questions. That was a hint. 4 questions, boys.
How many questions do I have in total?
10. But the guest be Maryam.
Is it al-Bani?
No.
Oh, well, you can't guess the personality. Like, yeah, once you guess the personality, the questions are off, so you can't ask that. Okay, so we're just giving you a warning. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Once you give the name, then it's yeah. Yeah. So 4 questions.
Was she present during Karbala?
No.
5. So you have 5 more questions. So we have 5 more questions, boys. Yeah, like take 2-3 minutes. But you can't take the name. That's again, you can't ask.
You can give a choice, either yes or no.
Yeah.
I can say before one word.
One word. Yes. They can ask if she was before, and then you can say yes or no. Yeah. But they were really good, mashallah. The first two, they were really good. Okay, boys, you need to ask your 5 questions.
Yalla, yalla. People are fasting.
Yeah, exactly.
We have 2 Sheikh, alhamdulillah.
Is that a daughter of an imam?
Yes.
6. So 6 questions, 4 remaining. 4 questions. If you ask the same question again, it'll be counted as a new question. But that wasn't asked before. Yeah, that wasn't. Ahlul Bayt. Yeah. Exactly. So 6 questions, 4 more remaining, boys. And
Was she buried in Iran?
Yes.
Is it Masuma Qum?
Good. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad. So the boys guessed it was Lady Fatima Masuma Qum.
Fatima Masumai Qum.
As we say in the ziyarah, she's a
Allahumma salli ala
daughter,
Muhammad.
sister, the aunt. Alhamdulillah. Ahsantum.
Well done.
All right, so girls, are you ready?
Girls.
This is the last personality for you.
Are they a boy?
Yes.
1 question.
Are they a prophet?
No.
2 questions.
Are they a part of the Ahlul Bayt?
Extended.
3.
Were they present in Karbala?
Yes.
4.
Is it Hazrat Abbas?
No.
You can't take names, so just be careful. Once you take a name, then we end the game. All right? So I'm giving you the same warning as the boys. So 4 questions. Yeah, 4 questions. You can ask all the questions you want, like the 10 questions, and then you can guess the personality.
Was he a child?
No.
No. 5 questions. So you have 5 more.
Everybody is a child, but for the benefit of the
event.
sisters, no.
So 5 questions remaining, sisters. What's the score? 65? 75? 85, the boys. Oh, okay. Oh yeah. So 5 questions, girls. You both are 75 and 85. If the girls get this right, you both tie. Yeah, but 75 and 85, right? Yeah. So 5 more questions, sisters. If you get this right, you tie with the boys. No. There's based on how ready you guys are. We'll just do one more. Sorry, just to. Inshallah. Okay, girls, ask your questions, please. 5 questions, 3 minutes.
Did he join Imam Hussein alayhi salam's army by any chance?
Did he join?
No.
Imam?
Already in the army of Imam.
Excellent. So he was already in the army, as the Sheikh mentioned. He didn't join it as an external person.
Is he buried?
So 6 questions, 4 more questions.
Nah, he was already part of the army.
4 more questions, boys, sisters.
Is he buried in Iran?
Is he buried in Iran?
No.
No. 3 more questions.
Hey guys.
Did they ask? So 3 questions, brothers and sisters. Sisters, sorry.
What do you mean by extended?
The same way Lady Masum, sorry, my apologies, is Masuma Qum alayhi salam. She's also from the Ahlul Bayt alayhi salam. She's not from the Ahlul Kisa who are in under that cloak, but they are from the family of the Prophet.
They weren't a child.
7. So 3 more questions, sisters.
We only have 3 more questions left. Yeah, it's a male.
Okay, 3 questions, sisters. If you can ask your questions. We'll have to do a countdown for your questions.
Oh, they're counting us down. Habib ibn Mazahir?
No. You have 3 questions. You can ask your questions. You don't need to guess. Don't worry about it. But I'm just saying, just please ask the questions quickly.
Is this person married?
Is it? Is the person married?
No, they weren't.
2 questions.
Is it Ali Akbar?
Are
Yes.
you? Okay. No.
MashaAllah, well done. I'm going to clarify for both sides. When I reply extended, as Sayyid mentioned so beautifully, you've got the direct Ahlul Bayt, which is the Prophet, the Imam, Lady Fatima Zahra salamullahi alayha, and the 12 Imams. That is the immediate Ahlul Bayt. Then the extended Ahlul Bayt are the good, noble children or grandchildren, sisters or brothers of the Ahlul Bayt. So that's why I had to explain it as an extended Ahlul Bayt. That was my reply on the boys as well.
Well
Well
Thank
done.
you very much. Thank you. Jazakallah. So we'll. Okay, so all on Hussein. He had a calculation error. The girls haven't tied, unfortunately. It's 85 and 95. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad. So we'll move on to the next game quickly. We're trying to, inshallah, finish this as soon as possible. You need to guess what. Okay? All right? Now we'll do this alternating. There will be a series of pictures on the screen. And for this, it's an easy one, so I'll give you only 5 seconds. Boys and girls, have your microphone in your hand. We start the game with the boys. Are you ready?
Yes.
So the boys, all right? This is for the boys. Only the boys. 5 seconds. If you don't say that, we'll show you and then you have to guess what it is. I'll make it easy because it's 5 questions. I'll tell you it's a fruit or vegetable. Okay?
Oh,
Okay? 5 seconds. Ready? For the boys. For the boys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Potato.
Yes, that's a potato. Okay. Girls, are you ready?
Yes, we're ready.
Okay, can you see the screen?
Yes, we can.
Okay. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Is it us?
Carrot?
Yes. So the girls. No, it's the girls' team. But you also answered as 5. So, okay, listen.
It's okay. We'll give it.
Hussein is the referee. So,
It's okay.
okay.
What's the answer?
Carrot
Carrot?
and rat. It sounds like carrot. Okay, boys, are you ready?
Come here.
Okay, boys' turn. 1, 2, 3.
Cauliflower.
Cauliflower. Okay, good. All right, you're keeping track, Hussein? Girls, are you ready?
Yes.
Go. 1, 2, 3,
Beetroot.
4.
Beetroot.
Yes, beetroot. Boys, your turn. Next. Go. 1, 2.
Eggplant.
Okay.
Eggplant.
Okay, next question. Go, girls. 1, 2, 3,
Cucumber.
4.
Cucumber.
What?
Cucumber.
Cucumber. Okay, good. All right, boys, your turn. Go. 1, 2.
Onion. MashaAllah, Ilyas.
All right. Next question for girls.
Easy ones.
Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and.
Broccoli.
So unfortunately, gave it. No, the answer they gave it, but they gave it a bit late. So unfortunately,
We did not.
Sheikh, can we accept that answer? Okay, so Sheikh said yes, it is within the time, so we give the point. Okay, next question for the boys. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Cabbage.
Okay. Girls, 1, 2, 3.
Olive.
No, they said the answer. Olives. All right. Yeah. All right, so that was the wrap of that question, all right? So we'll quickly tally it. I think everyone gave a right answer, right? I think. So that's 135 and 145. Okay, girls, you're just 10 points behind the boys. Let's start this again for boys and girls, alternating. We started the last one with boys, now we'll start with girls. Girls, are you ready?
Yes, we're ready.
Again, 5 seconds. You need to guess where this is. Look at the picture and guess where this is. 5 seconds. Go. 1,
China.
2, 3,
China.
4, 5.
China.
So this was for the girls, as I said. Just to.
Our microphone.
So
is not
China, yes, the girls get 10 points. Ignore the team. As I said, it's for girls.
Our microphone.
Okay, so you
isn't
got it
working.
right, girls. Now this is for boys. The next one, okay? Boys only, no
The
girls,
microphone is
boys.
not working.
1, 2,
Oh yeah,
3.
Egypt.
That's incorrect. This is in Mexico. So the boys lost that. So next, girls, your chance.
Okay.
1, 2, 3,
Italy.
4.
Italy.
Italy, yes.
Abdullah, come here.
So Italy. Boys, are you ready? You have tied with girls so far. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3,
None of it.
4, 5.
None of it.
Where? What?
France.
England. So boys got that wrong. Okay, so boys gave the answer as France. It was Stonehenge in England. Girls, your chance. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Australia, Sydney.
What?
Australia, Sydney.
Unfortunately, this is Singapore.
Oh.
Okay, boys, your question. Boys, do you have a representative? Go. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Malaysia.
Yes. Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Yeah, Malaysia. So the boys got that right. Okay, are you ready for the next one?
Yes.
Girls.
Yes, we're ready.
Okay, just relax, everyone. Easy. Easy. Are you ready?
Yes, we're ready.
Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Rio de Janeiro.
So this is, just to give you, this is Mount Khidr and this is Masjid of Khidr alayhi salam in Iran. Right outside Jamkaran. Alright? Boys, your turn. Next. 1, 2, 3,
Iraq.
4.
Iraq.
Do you know which masjid this is?
That's cheap.
Okay, they're correct. Kufa, Masjid Kufa. So the boys have got it right. Girls, so I think it's a tie. Girls, it's your chance. Okay, there, yeah. Girls, your chance. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, go. 1, 2, 3. Ask your elders. 4, 5.
Iran?
So this was in the Blue Mosque in Mazar Sharif in Afghanistan. Boys,
Oh my god.
this is easy. Okay, boys, joke 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Pakistan.
Pakistan. Oh, sorry. This is in Pakistan. So no points. So this is the Qaid-e-Azam's mausoleum. But you've asked. There are people who live in Pakistan in your team. Okay.
This is Pakistan.
So with this, what's the score? 155 for the girls. Are you sure? 175 for the boys.
How do the boys?
Yeah. So 155 for girls, 165 for boys. The last game for today. Abdullah, did you say Pakistan? No, but did you say Pakistan? Okay. Okay. Ask Sheikh.
We heard the boys say
But
Iran.
he said after the time. But who was your leader? Who was the leader? Okay. So the boys are 165 and the girls are 150. Okay. We'll give this last, let's put a question mark beside it. And let's go to the next round. Okay? The next round, the boys started this. Now the girls, you start this round.
Okay.
All right? You need to guess which surah this is in. So I'll show you the ayah and you need to guess which surah in 5 seconds. Are you girls ready? Girls. Girls.
Our microphone isn't working, but yes, we are ready. No, our mic isn't working.
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, you can hear us?
Yes, we
Okay.
can. So the last game for tonight and the game breaker, if you want to call it, guess which surah this ayah is in. Girls, your turn. 1, 2, 3, 4,
Surah
5. I have no answer. I'm sorry. I'll move on now. Yeah, that was much after. Can you give them or?
Hello, can you hear us? Surah Kafirun?
It was very late.
Okay, so it's
Very
Our
late.
mic isn't working. Our microphone isn't
Surah Kafirun.
working. We've been reciting.
So the same thing with the boys now, okay? No points.
Guys, our microphone isn't
Boys.
working.
We can hear you. We heard all the options that you said. You said Surah Al-Kawthar in the first, and then you said Surah Al-Nas.
No, we didn't.
Anyhow.
Hello.
Yelling out Surah Kafirun.
Okay. Boys, next team. The next question. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No answer. Sorry. We'll move on. So the boys did not get this answer. Surah Al-Quraysh. فَلْيَعْبُدْ رَبَّ هَذَا الْبَيْتِ. It's the same alternating. Girls, are you ready?
Yes.
Say it a bit louder so we can know that we heard you.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Your ayah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's give it 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'll give you 10 seconds as well. Unfortunately, there isn't any answer. What?
Hello, can you hear?
Yes.
Surah Takathur.
Yes, you got the answer. We're being lenient on both ends. So, next question. Boys, 10 seconds as well.
I need my emotional support.
Boys, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Shams? Okay, good.
This guy's talking to me.
So you also said it after time, as I said. But the leader has to say it, right? Okay. Next surah, girls.
Yeah, we're ready.
Okay, this is girls, not Ali. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. Can you say it? Good. Okay, so the Nasr. Boys, your chance. 1. Oh. Okay. Ready? Next is yours. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No answer still. Surah Qariya.
Why would you say Mutatir?
So boys did not get anything. I think we're already short in one of the ayahs, so I'll just move on to the next. Dictionary, I think we'll end over here, right? So let's tally the score and see how many won.
Do we give the question marks or no?
We'll decide.
Alright, we got 135 each. They have a question mark, they have a question mark. I didn't add their question mark, but I did add their question mark. So we are on time.
No, 165, 175. So we got
No, I know. But if I add yours with the question mark, 185. There we go.
And with their question mark? Okay, so the girls, you are 175 with your question mark. And boys, you are 185 with a question mark. Good competition. Jazakallah. Allahumma. So what we'll do is, we have 5 Tim Hortons cards. I'll let the president, inshallah, decide if he can pass. It's a difficult. So I'll give 2 to the girls' side, inshallah, if you can distribute it amongst each other, and 3 for the boys, inshallah, if that's okay. That's why we said you need to have team leaders. So we'll pass the 2. Sorry.
Momineen, Mominat, just before you all depart, inshallah, I just spoke to Akhal, respected Abu Ali and respected Sayyid Hashmat. Basically, tomorrow is the 30th of Mahr Ramadan. Eid Salat will be on Saturday, inshallah. Tomorrow, Salatul Jummah is at 1:22 p.m. approximately, okay? So by 1:25, inshallah, we will start the adhan. Sheikh Naeem will be leading us in Salatul Jummah. The bouncing castle will still be here tomorrow between 4 and 8. We will have the gyros for the children. And inshallah, I actually found a donor for the iftar as well for those who want to take it. It'll be a takeaway iftar. Okay? So unless you want to plan something here, then that's up to you. But the iftar will be provided, inshallah. It'll just be a sandwich like a chicken shawarma or a beef shawarma gyro, okay? So it'll be a sandwich takeaway. If they want to stay for salat or something, they can. 4 to 8 will be the bouncy castle, open to everybody. Al Ghadir, Waterloo, Wellington, Al Zahra, whoever wants to come, it's open for everybody. Any Shia, any Muslim, any human being who wants to come and play with us on the day of Laylatul Eid, you're welcome. Inshallah, please remember each other in your du'as on the 30th of Mahr Ramadan. A last moment for our du'as to be accepted. May Allah bless you all. Believe me, I actually at 11 o'clock I was going to leave, but the amount of work that Sayyid Taha and Brother Hussein did, amazing. May Allah bless all the participants and all of you who stayed behind. One loud salawat upon Muhammad and Ali Muhammad for all of you. Allah.